Good day everyone. At this day, we are talking about the LLA4, about the effect of waxing on perishable commodity. So now, we are tackled about the what is waxing. So next please. Waxing is a coating products with food grade wax or application of surface coating. So it means i-prevent niya ang water loss on that specific perishable plants. For example, ang among gamit is ang plants nga among gigamit is ang eggplant. So unsa ang effect sa waxing on eggplant? So now we find out the effects of waxing into the eggplant. So, but first, it will reduce water loss and its undesirable effects, delays ripening as it can act as inhibitor of senescence and elevates some physiological disorders, and dagan pa siya mga benefits sa specific plants. Next. So, just like what I've said, eggplant are the one samples that we use. The total eggplant use is 24 eggplants, 2 treatments, 2 replication. So it means ang second replication is the control. So 6 eggplant per box. Next please. So this is the layout of the RCBD layout. CRD ba? CRD layout. Sa waxing. Ay sa sample nga plants ay sa eggplant nga among i-box. So T1, T2, T1 with replication R1 o R2. R1 is 1/2 kilogram, 50 grams, 1/2 kilogram sa R2. And the same for treatment to 1/2 kilogram. So 1/2 kilogram, 500 grams. So next. So now we need to compute the color index weekly for each treatment and replication following this formula. So we gathered for about the 2 weeks of observation the eggplant. So next.
And at this point, we compute the color index weekly for each treatment and replication following this formula. So the formula here is the average color index, or the ACI, is equals to 1n plus 2n plus n, the rest over the total n, or the total sample. So where 8 to 6 is the color index and the n is the number of fruits at color index 1 to 6 by the stated here at the color stage. And the n, the big N, is the total number of fruits in the sample. Next please. So, here in the table 2, kibalik mo na lang siya ang result sa amuang ay sa atong experiment na amuang and the basis there, basis pa rin siya. Color index of ripening eggplant. So, sa color or texture index, 1 is the dark or no silicons or firm or hard. Sa 2 is the 1 to 100% na floating or softening sa sample, and then sa number 3 is the 10 to 30% surface softening. So katong nasa the outer, and the 45 is the extensive softening right sa kanang kuan sa sample, and then the number 6 is the very extensive softening right. So katong medyo lata na kayo siya. Next please. And then the results for the treatments, we have T1R1, T1R2, T2R1, and T2R2. So sa initial weight sa each of treatments, we have 500 grams each sample or treatment. And then sa first week, ilahang weight is sa T1R1 is first week na weight is 500 grams pa. Sa T1R2 na weight sa first week is 500 grams. Tapos sa T2R1, ang iyahan ng weight is ni-reduce na siya to 450 grams, and then sa T2R2, ni-reduce po siya into 450 grams. Sa second week, ang T1R1 is nag-reduce na siya into 480 grams na weight, and then sa T1R2 na treatment is ni-reduce na siya into 480 grams gapon, and then the T2R1 and the T2R2 ni-reduce into 400 grams. And sa final week, ang T1R1 and T1R2 is reduce nilang weight into 450 grams, and then sa T2R1 and T2R2 is same ra gyapon sila nga nag-reduce gyapon nilang weight into 350 grams. Next. So at this juncture, makita jud nato nga ma-compare nato na ang mga sample each is kaning doa is the kanang pang wax, and kaning doa is kanang mga control, which is makita jud nato nga nag-reduce gyud ang weight sa katong wala gyud pang wax sa nanga wax.
So, at this moment, we talk about the average color index of the eggplant. So, for the first week sa A1R1 sa computation nato is makita nato nga ang sa 1 is 6 ang nakabutang. So, it means that sa week 1 is wala pa siya symptoms nga nabuhat. Wala pa siya symptoms nga na-create. So, 1 times 6 equals ay over 6 equals ang ACI niya is 1 gihapon. Then ang iyang initial weight ato before is 1/2 kg. So the same lang gihapon ang iyahang weekly weight kay wala siya nag-change. So next please. So sa week 1, treatment 1, replication 2, ang iyang computation is the same sa atong T1R1 kanina, then the same gihapon ang iyang initial weight o ang iyahang weekly weight. So it means wala gihapon yung symptoms nga na-create o wala gihapon nag-changes ang iyahang kanang timbang. Next please. So sa T2R1 sa week 1 is ang sa 1 nga to ang average color indices kay nanay kanang na-create nga isa, then ang 5 ana is wala pay kanang na-create nga symptoms. Tapos ang initial weight is 500 grams to. Then pag-abot sa first week is ang iyahang weekly weight na dayon kay 450. So it means na ay 50 grams nga nag-reduce sa ato ang weekly 1 sa treatment 2 of replication 1. So next please. So sa treatment 2 replication 2, so sa color index sa 1 is 5 ang wala nag-create og symptoms. Dayon ang 1 na 2 is nag-create na siya og symptoms, like ni color medyo color brown na siya. Then ang iyahang weekly weight is ni-reduce og 50 gram gihapon. So next please. Week 3 week 2 sa T1R2, ang atoang kanang average color index sa 1 is ang nabili na lang nga wala nag-create of symptoms is 2. Tapos sa isa dayon ang nag-create of symptoms. Tapos ang ikatulong nga katong medyo ni kuan na nilala na jud ang iyang symptoms is 3. Tapos ang katong nag-create na gid siya og kanang daghan na gid ang iyang symptoms nga nabuhat is isa. Dayon sa ika-5 nga so sa ato ang week 2 T1R2 is ang ato ang 1 is na-create na siya, ang nabili na lang sa ato ang 1 is duha na lang ang wala na-create og symptoms. Tapos ang ikaduha is na siya yung symptoms nga kanang medyo dili pa kayo over. Tapos ang ato ang 3 is nanay na-create nga tulong nga kanang nilala na gyud ang iyahang symptoms. So ang initial weight is 1/2 kg, then ang iyahang weekly weight na dayon is na-reduce siya og 20 grams. So which is kung ano lang ang nabilin 480 grams. So sa ato ang week 2 nga T2R1, ang 1 na to is kung nabili na lang ana niya is duha na lang ang wala nag-create og symptoms. Tapos as you can see, ang ato ang kanang ang upat na to ka kanang treatment is kanang ang upat na to ka sample is nag-create na gyud siya og symptoms. Then ang iyang weekly weight is kanang ni-reduce siya og 100 grams. Then ang atong T2R1 is ang 1 na to is nabili na lang is tulo. Dayon ang ato ang 3 ang nabili na lang pod kay duha. Then nanapod siya kanang ang 5 na to is na isa nga kanang nilala na gid ang iyahang symptoms. Tapos ang iyahang weekly weight is na-reduce pod og 100, so mao na lang bilin niya is 400 grams. Tapos ang iyang ACI is 2.3 which is ang total ani, then ang ato ang computation ani niya kanang treatment. So sa week 3, ang T1R1 nato is as you can see sa 1 is naa siya nabilin nga duha. Tapos sa 2 naa siya na-create nga isa. Tapos sa 3 is naa siya na-create nga tulo, and then the rest is wala. So ato na siyang ang iyahan na yung nakuha nga ACI is 2.17. Tapos ang iyang weekly weight is na-reduce siya og 50 grams. So 450 na lang ang nabilin.
Same sa ano.
So as you can see sa T1R2 is the same lang gihapon ang ato ang nakuha nga kanang data sa T1R1. Sa T2R1 na sad is mas dako siya og na-reduce kay ang nabili na lang nga wala nag-create og symptoms is isa. Tapos ang isa pod ang wala kayo na-create og symptoms. Tapos ang the rest is dako na kayo ang iyahang nakuha nga symptoms, which is kanang ni-reduce na jud siya. So ang iyahang weekly weight is 350 grams. So ang iyahang reduce is 150 grams. Sa T2R2, ang iyahang, so wala na gid siya nabili no, kung atong tan-awon, wala na gid siya nabili nga kanang wala na ka-create og symptoms. So ang the rest, ang naisa nga kanang gamay ra ang iyahang symptoms nga na-created, and the rest is na lata na gyud siya. So ang iyahang ACI is 4.83, dayon ang initial weight niya is 1/2 kg, dayon ang iyahang weekly weight is mas nibaba gyud siya og 350 grams. So ang ato as you can see, no, mas dako jud og kanang diferensya ang ato ang kanang naka-wax nga treatment kaysa ang atong control. So mas dako kayo og reduce sa water loss sa control kaysa sa ato ang naka-wax. So the observation.
So, based from the table presented and explained by Sheila, so T2R1 and T2R2 are the control. So, sa first week nila is kanang makita na jud ang changes or kanang naning nagkaanam og kalata. Tapos, pero ang sa T1R1 and T1R2, which is kanang giwax siya, is wala pa yung makita nga kanang bitaw changes sa appearance, color, or texture. Aside from that, after sa among mga observation is makita na mo nga in good condition pagyapon ang katong giwax nga product. And after the next week or after second week is nakita na namo ang differences, which is kanang ang T2R1 and T2R2 is kanang naglata na jud siya, nagkunot na ang iyang appearance, and nag-change na ang color to violet to dark brown. Then aside from that, the other treatment is the T1R1 and T1R2, which is the wax, which is kanang giwax, is kanang nag-change na po yung color, pero mas less bitaw ang damage or ang pagkalata niya compared sa katong control. So we conclude that kanang kuan jud siya sa among observation is kanang effective gyud ang waxing.
Smile.
So the added conclusion, in conclusion, this experiment leave us a lesson about the effect of waxing on perishable commodity. The treatments conclude that using wax to plant is to prevent water loss and improve the appearance. So this would be the documentation while performing the activity of the laboratory 4. Today we're discussing about the laboratory number 5, which is the seed morphology and the seedling structure. So in this topic, we're talking about the seeds and its structure or the form of its seeds. Next. So first, we have ang seed definition. So it is an embryonic plant enclosed in a protective outer covering by Wikipedia. So it is a mature ovule which is formed as a product of sexual reproduction process in seed plants. After double fertilization, a seed is formed as serve as a propagule of the crop. So mo ni siya ang seed. So the seed structure is varies depending on the type of the crop based on the number of cotyledon, either monocot or dicot. The mature embryo of the seed consisting of an embryonic root known as the radicles and embryonic shoot known as flammule and one or two cotyledons. So in this activity, we have to choose legume crops and the rice cereal crops.
Go.
So, as shown on the projector or the picture, naay ka ng naka-flash dali na muni ang during sa mong pagkandak sa seed kanang pagkuhan sa ila sila pagtikas and then the kuhan din na mag-determine so ito siya ng part sa seed. So next is the chosen leguminous and the cereal crops nga among napili is the cowpea and then the rice. So makita sa structure na ang cowpea is na seed goat and there is a rice kaya wala. Next. So rice is a cereal grain and monocot. A plant with a seed that has one embryonic leaf. So mono means isa lang. So isa lang ako nung embryonic leaf. While next is rice seed structure of the kanang muna niyang part sa seed structure sa rice. Rice hulls or rice husks are the hard protecting coverings of grains of rice. In addition to protecting rice during the growing season, rice hulls can be put to use as building material, fertilizer, insulation material, or fuel. So, apart from rice, wala gyud siya og seed coat bitaw pero ang rice lang is wala siya seed coat. Seed coat is naroon na siya sa kanang mga leguminous na mga crops. And balik sa ang rice hulls food daw ko no is pwede siya kanang na siya mga benefits daw benefits kanang pwede siya mahimong kanang fertilizer material, pwede po siya fuel or and then pwede siya.
So, sa inyo makita, this is the rice germ. Rice germ is the embryo which has the potential to sprout into a new plant. It contains many vitamins, some proteins, minerals, and multifats. Sa inyo makita din naglocate ang rice germ. So it means dara pud mo tubo ang ang palay. So next is the rice bran. What is the rice bran? Rice bran is the nutrient-rich byproduct of the rice milling process. It consists of pericarp, seed coat, nocilius, and aluron layer. Siyempre mo rin siya ang mag-protect sa rice na sa sulod. Murang siya, ay panit ni siya, dilin siya ng seed coat. Rice bran ang tawag. So next. Cowpea seed structure. So sa cowpea, makita niyo dun also known as the black-eyed pea. Southern pea and cowder pea is one of the most unseen food sources. So, kani dinhi ang cotyledon, then ang radicle, this is what we call the embryo, and seed coat, kani siya, ang seed coat.
Sir,
So this is broadly adapted to highly variable crop cultivated all around the world. So bisag asa makita na siya ng legumes. So ang legumes na magpili is cowpea. So muna siya ang iyang seed structure sa cowpea. So next.
So, seed coat. So, seed coat's function is simultaneously to protect the embryo. So, kani siya, mao ni siya diri nga part, mao ni siya ang kanang seed coat. So, seed coat. So, diri nga part, mao ni siya ang seed coat. So, ang function sa seed coat is to protect the embryo. Next, please. So, embryo. Mao ni siya ang embryo. Kini diri nga part, mao ni siya ang embryo sa seed. So, it is which kanang the portion of a seed which develops into a new or baby plant. Dayon, next is the cotyledon. So, the cotyledon, mo na siya ang mag-helper, mag-supply og kanang nutrients bitaw para sa kanang embryo to grow or to germinate. Dayon, diri nakalocate ang cotyledon. Diri dapit sa kaan.
So the hypocotyl lifts the seed above the earth during the apical germination. So the epicotyl siya ang mag-push sa plumule above the earth during the hypogeal germination. So it is a crucial component of the embryonic root system because it's a crucial component of the embryonic root system. Then so diri nga part, mo ni siya ang hypocotyl, mo ni siya diri nga part, dayon ang radical is diri nga part, diri nga portion. So next please. The radicle. Ang radicle is mo na siya ang primary root or the radicle is the first organ to occur when a seed germinates and its grows downward into the soil. So anchoring the seedling. So diri nga portion ang mo na siya ang radicle. So diri diri mag-appear ang kanang organ to offer the first nga kanang seed germinates. Next. So, mo na siya ang among gikandak na activity, germinating seeds after 3 to 5 days from sowing. So, mo na siya nagtubo.
So this is the conclusion that the study of seed morphology and seedling structure in rice and cowpea has provided valuable insights into the development, processes, and adaptive strategy of these important of crops. So makita nato ang difference sa legumes o sa cereals on how they germinate. So magkalahi pud sila og kanang process. Kung dito sa cowpea ang iyang seed coat is ang seed coat sa cowpea kung i-relate nato na siya sa cereals or sa rice bran. So magprotekto siya sa seeds. So makita nato is dagan siya kanang valuable nga knowledge kung ato ni siyang tunan.
so LLA number 6 entitled The Seed Sampling and the Purity Testing. Next please. Seed sampling. Although it may appear to be purely mechanical operation, it is in fact a very important aspect of seed testing. No matter how efficiently and well purity analysis or germination test is carried out, it is of little value unless the actual sample examined is truly representative of the line or lot of seed being tested. So, the objectives are, this exercise aims generally to equip the students of the theoretical aspects of seed sampling and purity testing, specifically to get familiar of the different seed samples and sampling procedures, to know how to determine the rate of sampling or sampling intensity, weight of submitted samples, weight of seeds to be examined for a purity test using random cup method and quartering method, to establish what the seed lot of particular crop is made up of, to identify the seeds and other matter present in a seed lot, and to know how to compute for the percentages of pure seeds and other components of the seed lot.
So this is the materials: seedlots, triers, sampling pans, small cups or tremblers, forceps, weighting scale, dishes, and marking pen. So next, the quartering method. Quartering is the alternative method of reducing the size of a bulk aggregate sample where a sample divider is not available. So it means para dili siya bias, naigi kuan nga kana methods, that is the quartering method. So next. So this is the percent of purity analysis sa cowpea using the quartering method. So ano siya? Percent pure seeds is 45 grams divided sa 65 grams times 100. So equal 69% ang pure na seed. This is the result and discussion as you see in the table. So next.
So at this moment, we tackle about the breaking seed dormancy. So what is breaking seed dormancy? A dormancy is a storage when the germination of a viable seed will not take place although condition appear suitable. So it is according by Despo and Valador 2010. Although it is a problem, but it has a importance to farming and environment. Then it is an important for the perennation, and seed dormancy allows seed to pass through drought and cold and other unfavorable conditions. So in short, dili mo tubo ang tanom even favorable na ang ato ang environment. So next is the objectives. So the objectives of this activity is to break the first is to break the dormancy of the dormant seeds using suitable method. Then 2 is to determine the full potential germination capability and capacity of said possessing dormancy characteristics. And 3 to determine the causes of dormancy in a test crop. Then breaking seed is we use the papaya treatment, breaking papaya seed dormancy by pre-washing and
The slow and erratic germination of papaya seeds has been attributed to inhibitors present in the Sarcopista. So we use the breaking papaya seed dormancy by pre-washing. So materials will be used, is the papaya seeds, seed boxes, sand, water, strainer, and basin. Go.
So this would be the methods for the step for treatment number 1, which is the pre-wash seeds. Extract the papaya seeds from a physiologically mature fruit and prepare sufficient amount for treatment 1 and treatment 2. For treatment 1, rub the seeds onto the rough surface. Example given will be the strainer to remove completely the mucilage. Then wash the seeds and sun dry the seeds. For treatment 2, clean the seeds by removing it individually from the placenta of the fruit. Conduct germination test and compare T1, the pre-washed seeds, and T2, control and wash seeds with 2 replications in each treatment. Conduct primary evaluation 7 days after sowing and final evaluation at 10 days.
So, the result of our activity in this exercise 8 is the treatment 1 shows no symptoms of kanang growing or germination, while the treatment 2, which is the pre-wash treatment, is kanang nag-germinate siya after 8 days after planting. So, the conclusion, to conclude the result of this activity based on our observation in treatment 1 and treatment 2, pre-washing technique is effective in breaking papaya seed dormancy. And that's all. Thank you.